Hello, folks. Welcome to episode 35 of GingerLion's Agrarian Skies Minecraft Let's Play. It's raining, which is kind of unpleasant, but that's just fine for what we're about to do. So, let me start by heading over here, and it's time for us to make a little bit better of a weapon, because frankly we're going to need a slightly better weapon for what we're about to do. So first what we're going to do is take this here apprentice blood orb. Looks like that ritual is not active right now. Let me go and get myself my, where is it, weak activation crystal, and go reactivate this ritual. There we go. Now, toss that apprentice blood orb in the middle and get away before we get caught on fire. I love that lightning effect. Makes me sort of wish we had portal guns so that I could stand under here and get the portal gun. So, what did I just do? I just made myself the energy blaster, which does the same amount of damage as the bound blade, except that it's a ranged weapon instead of, a close-up weapon. So I'm going to disable that, and I'm going to enable that. And it shoots out these cute little shots like that. They do pretty good damage. They don't destroy obsidian. That's good to know. So, the next step in this process involves this Master Ritual Stone. And I would like to lay down a Ritual of Containment. And I'm pretty sure, and by the way, I built this little set of walls here just to make sure that when I do this, and nothing gets out. Nothing gets out pretty easily. It's going to have to come back towards me, which works for me. So let's see. Let's put the Ritual of Containment down right here. And go ahead and whack this a bunch of times. And you'll notice it created a thing up there and a thing down here. And because I'm a little bit paranoid, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put torches on all four corners here, just to make sure that nothing, spawns up here. Now, I want a flooring of some kind. Whoop. And what would be good? You know what? I honestly think that netherrack is going to make a pretty nice flooring for the purposes we're about to use. So, and you know what? Because I can, I'm going to fill in the space up here as well. There's no real need to, but I think it'll look better. And I do still have my pickaxe. Nice. So, let's remove that. And since I'm going to be fighting in here, I think it might be a good idea for me to make the floor just a little bit bigger. And one more back here. Okay. And a torch. And now, I am going to activate this ritual. It's not going to do anything for me yet. But later, when I go ahead and summon demons in here, it'll help keep them contained. So, what's next? Next we need the arcane plinth and the arcane pedestals. Now the arcane pedestal, the plinth, is made out of a pedestal and 6 blocks of iron. The plinths are made from obsidian and weak blood shards. So I'm going to need 7 all told. Let's go ahead and ask for 7 of these. Looks like there were blood shards already in my system. Only one more, but that's fine. I only needed that many. And then I would like blocks of iron. There's my old helmet that I made wrong. Much happier with this one. So, now, if I am understanding this layout right, I need to put this pedestal here, this pedestal here, these like so, and the plinth here in the center. Not sure if that is right or not. Just a moment, let me go check my documentation. So, I am here in my alchemical chemistry set, putting together the things that I need for this battle. Well, actually, not for the battle, for the actual summoning itself. So, what I ended up needing is some Sanctus, which I have right... Where's my Sanctus? Right here. Some Sanctus. I'm actually making some more up right here. That's good. I needed some Aether, which this is the Aether that I was just making right here, that I now have 6 of. I have the Teray I needed, and now I need to make Tenebrae, which is 2 coal, simple obsidian, and clay. Let those process, and there's one more item that I need, which is... oh. No? No, that's the last of it. So, as soon as I have some of these, which I have more than enough of right now, I want my energy blaster at the ready, my sword at the ready, and let's have my regeneration potion nearby. So, this is the right layout for these. And basically what you need to do is lay these items out correctly on the plinths. So in this case, it's 3 Sanctus, 1 Aether, 1 Teray, 1 Tenebrae, and then you need to take, I believe it's the Magician's Blood Orb, are there any particle effects moving? Do not seem to be any particle effects moving. Just a moment. Master Blood Orb. Not the Magician's Blood Orb. I didn't bring my Master Blood Orb with me. There we go. That's the one I need. Looks like that was a successful summoning. You know what? Now that I think about it, given that there's going to be lightning, probably a really bad idea that I chose Netherrack, huh? Sometimes I just feel a little silly. Ah, there we go. So. Now, some of these guys can reflect damage back at you, So it's worth being a little bit cautious while you're fighting them, not to just, pay no attention and whack them outrageously. Let me pick this back up. There we are. And what happens is they drop this demon crystal. Now, if you... I didn't bring them. If you place that demon crystal down, it'll respawn the demon. And if you give it a weak blood orb, which is why I went ahead and made so many weak blood orbs, which I'm going to have to bind to myself. Always a painful process. And these last two. That did more damage to me than the battle did. So, I'm going to head back down here, place him down, and hand him a weak blood orb. That now makes him one of my followers, I believe. I will stay here for now. I would really like you to actually, come with me, not stay here. Well, I guess that's where you're going to stay. So, the next battle that I want to take is Cobblestone, Teray, and Tenebrae, which makes it easy. Since I already have the Tenebrae and the Teray, I need Cobblestone, an Iron Ingot, and a Gold Nugget. Oop. Flight with this is not exact, but it is fun. Cobblestone, iron, and I already have a gold nugget along with this blood orb, Teray, some Tenebrae, and an awfully full inventory. Let's get rid of the coal. I'm pretty sure I'm done with that. Probably done with the feather. So, let's go see how this one turns out. He's gone. No, he's right there. Good. So, iron ingot, gold nugget. Oop, I needed 2 cobblestone, not 1. Looks like he just got... Wow. He is badly damaged. That's unfortunate. I wonder what happens if I kill him now. Does he... Yep. And he makes a dying dog noise. That's sad. Okay. I already got those. I need a gold nugget, some Teray, some Tenebrae, and oh, I did that wrong. Cobblestone, cobblestone, Teray, Tenebrae, iron ingot, gold nugget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cobblestone, cobblestone, Teray. Ah. There we are. It's always possible that these flames will damage whoever I'm fighting. We'll see. I like the fact that they're bound in there. That makes it so much easier for me. You know what? Frankly, these battles are seeming so simple, and I'm sure that I'm going to greatly regret ever even remotely thinking this relatively soon, but I think I'm going to bypass having a bunch of people to help me with the fight in favor of having it be done very quickly. So, let's see. Start by dropping off the things I don't need right now. I'm going to need 6. 6 Sanctus. That's going to get me a Holy Elemental. Do I want that? What are my choices? Earth Elemental for 6 Teray. Let's try that and see how well this works. So all of the elementals are made up of 6 of the right thing. The fire elemental is made from Incendium, the water elemental from Aqua Salis, the earth elemental from Teray, the holy elemental from Sanctus, and the air elemental from Aether. So, now we are potentially... This one's already owned. This one I didn't spawn and give an orb yet. Let me see how this battle is going to go. Because, well, I forgot my orb. Let's see how well this works. I'm just going to let there be fire. Make sure my sword and my energy blaster are both working like they're supposed to. And let's get my flight potion out, just in case. Nope, no major flight. Shots of 12 damage each is nothing to sneeze at, and that got me a demon blood shard. So now, with the demon blood shard, I can head up to my altar, and now this is a risk because I'm not 100% sure whether this is going to drain my altar faster than it's refilling or not, so let's check. Seems to be staying pretty stable. So, this is going to get me the Archmage's Blood Orb, and it's going to increase the storage of my network from 1 million to 10 million, I believe, LP. So, I'm going to step off camera, and I'll be right back when this finishes, because this is going to take 75,000 LP. And so this is not exactly going to be a fast process. So I'll be back once it's done. There you go, folks. 1 Archmage's Blood Orb, bound to myself. The capacity of my network should now have increased pretty dramatically. Let's see, as this fills up, that will step over the line. So, I have now completed getting myself the Archmage's Blood Orb and established a Tier 5 altar at its maximum capacity. That's a nice thing for me. And it opens up all of the remaining things in Blood Magic, including the Energy Bazooka, which is made by combining an Archmage's Blood Orb, a diamond, 2 diamonds, a weak blood shard, and this. It also opens up the possibility, once I'm using demon blood shards, of adding a second effect, adding effectively a third slot to this armor. So I would add a demon blood shard. I could add 2 sigils to each piece of armor, and then the Master Blood Orb. That way I could have 8 active sigils on me at the same time instead of 4. Not sure that I necessarily want to do that, but I could if I want to. So, that is the end of that particular process on this mod. And as you see, no, maybe I have to have the Archmage's Blood Orb in here for it to, there we are, above 10,000. So that Archmage's Blood Orb is going to sit there and soak up blood and tenfold increase the ability of that altar. Now, let me go and get my book, my quest book, and see if there are any quests that have been finished. Where did I put it? There it is. There's a quest book. 2 quests with unclaimed rewards. Let's see where they are. For the hoarding, we have a quest for punch trees get blisters. I'm having finally produced 10,000 oak wood. So let me claim that, which gets me a flux-infused axe, which is a very nice axe, and a reward bag. Let's see what reward bag specifically. Let me actually disable my energy bazooka and my sword, so they're not spending energy. And let's put that epic reward bag here in my hands. I'm collecting more hives, which I can take downstairs and add to my pretty extensive bee collection at the moment. That's kind of nice. That effectively, in the end, what it really gives me is a whole bunch more princesses to experiment on when I step into that. So, and the last one is go with the flow, fluid protein. So, a water hive. Do I have any water? I have lots of water hives, so I don't need that. I believe I already have a collection of 16 pearl oysters somewhere. Let's see. Not there. Yeah, actually I have 32 pearl oysters. So, it's definite that a reward bag is going to be more interesting to me. And let's see if these are actually pig spawns. They actually are. That's nice. 2 more hearts and an epic reward bag. With an apiarist suit, which will protect me from the negative status effects of a lot of the bees that I'm getting. So actually, I'm going to put it over here with the bees, I think. Yeah. So, I think we're at a wrapping up point. Let me just verify that. So no, we're not at a wrapping up point, which is interesting. So I stepped down here into the end quests, and it turns out that handing in a Master Blood Orb completes another quest, so that was an easy enough completion. I already have 10 green heart canisters, so I'm just going to toss them in my system here. And open up the legendary reward bag that I received to create a whole bunch of actual pearls as opposed to pearl oysters. I honestly have no idea what to use any of these for, but I'm moderately sure that they're going to make something very interesting. Fish sorters, lamps, dictionary converters, those are nice. Fish scanner. Well, I'm going to have to unworked pearl ring, huh? And I did... I saw recently that the nether star is of use in making magic mirrors, so that might be a thing. Interesting. Well, let me take those and toss them in here. Toss my pig spawn eggs in here. And let's just take a moment and look through the quest book. First, let's see, which quest is this? 79% of Soul Sound. That'll be nice to have finished. Let me come over here and check the status. It looks like we have 3 of the necessary 9 septuple compressed cobblestone. The recipe is already in place to make the octuple compressed, so that's nice. Let's see what our dirt situation is. It looks like we have... So we've got 20, and we can make 10 more. Get that process ticking. And while I'm at it, why don't I get these out of my system and completely submitted. There's 20% of that quest complete. And it looks like my automatic crafting system is hung up one more time. Now that I'm done with the wood quest, I may be able to stop having this particular problem. There we are. Busy packing dirt together. Now, I think one of the quests that I can do relatively quickly is this one. So, let's see what my Enderium situation is. Not quite enough, but I can get started. I need 30 of these. 2, 3, 4. 12, 15, 20. That's 30, all right. So now we turn those into much faster when you're using a shift click. Into hardened flux capacitors. Then we turn them into redstone flux capacitors. Now, finally, we can turn some of them into resonant flux capacitors, and we're going to run out of Enderium halfway through. So I would like 30 Enderium to finish this quest. Now, I know that the quest calls for these to be completely charged, and that would be, the right thing to do, but I'll be 100% honest. Why is that hung up? Oh, it's almost guaranteed that up here, one of these... What's going on here? Huh. I messed that up. I left this all tied up making hardened glass, and so it couldn't make resonant ender. Like so. Nice. So, the quest explicitly calls for these to be charged, but you'll notice I have one of them in my inventory, and if I come here to a manual submit, it submits charged or not. And while I could very easily toss, set up a charging station, this one right here, no, this one right here is already basically set up. I could set up it to charge them and export them. I have the power. You guys have all seen it. But I'm going to be a little bit cheap in this particular circumstance, and I'm just going to take them as they are, as it were. I'm going to take the easy win instead of going the hard way. So, I would like to make as many of these more as I can. And then, not those, only these. Go ahead and submit them. Looks like I have 11 more that needs to be made. And the Enderium is running out of something. It's missing a resonant ender bucket. And apparently it doesn't know how to make them. So, let's go ahead and make 11 buckets. There's 12 buckets. I can't remember exactly what the number is right now, but this will probably be enough. Okay. So, these get melted down to make a quarter of a bucket. So if I'm going to be filling up 12 buckets, I need 48. 48. So that should be almost exactly 3 stacks. So this is set to output. Correct. Good. I'll go ahead and let it fill buckets. Sometimes you have to run these manually, especially when you have them all derped up in one way or another. In this particular case, what happened is I removed the ME interface up here that had the recipe for making ender buckets, because I had intended to move it downstairs and never actually did so. So yep, this is over here smelting. That's good. Now, let's see if there are any other quests that are relatively close to. I need to make a lot of glass and clear glass for this. That's not too hard. Maybe I should set it up. Soul Sand's almost done. Purple Madness is a whole different story. Is there anything going on with Go With The Flow that I think next episode I'm probably going to focus on Colder Than A and Great Balls of Fire, because I don't feel either of those are going to be particularly hard for me to complete. Let me toss 9 more ender pearls in here. Let's see what the status is. This is filling up 2 more buckets, which is 8 ender pearls. I might be exactly dead on. That would be nice. Perfect. And that's going to give me 1 extra bucket, I believe, to make sure that there's 1 still sitting in the system for the next time I need some Enderium. So, we got 4 Ender Blend that still needs to be cooked down. But let's see, is that enough? For the hoarding, open, taken, submit. There's 1 more. Two, please. Got plenty of Pyrotheum. Plenty of Enderium Blend. I can go find out if it's happening automatically, but it doesn't feel like it is. Ah, okay. The system was stuck because it's set in blocking mode. And there was 1 too much Pyrotheum sitting in there. So, I'm going to go ahead and turn these 4 into Enderium as well, just so that I have a little extra in the system. Blocking mode is vital for things like this, but it also can slow you up and hang you up. So, sometimes you're going to have to go check to see if something is stuck. And there's the last one. 1 quest complete. Choose that reward bag. 2 full hearts. And a Book of Repair 1. So there you go, folks. That is the episode. Next time, I'm going to get a little bit more quests completed. And I'm not sure what else. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, watching me die, watching me fight the Wither like I did last time, watching me kill a couple of demons over here, and I hope you guys will like or favorite, maybe even follow me, and comment if you have something you'd like to say or something question. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.